Good afternoon, my fellow listeners. We are going to talk about law of contracts. So, I don't know which level you may be, but all I understand is that this will be helpful. So, you might be in 100 level, you might be in 200, you might be in 300. But all I know is that this message will be helpful because there is no learning that is the waste. So, talking about this law of contracts, law of contracts, when defining it can be difficult. It can be very difficult. It's hard to define. But with the little understanding, all we can say about this law of contract is that it's an agreement between two people, two individuals. So it can be more than two, but depending on the concept, depending on the case. So individuals can come to an agreement and sign a contract that this is what they want. So, okay, for example, in a case whereby someone comes to buy a land, so if that person comes to buy a land and there's no written down document, the next day the person can go to meet the person. For example, now I bought a land from you and I didn't write a document. I can meet you the next day and tell you that I paid for this land and you can deny. Although I've given you the money and say, no, you're not paid for this land. And I'll be like, I paid for this. The next thing the person will say is, where is the written down document? Where is your proof? You can get angry, you can shout. And be like, okay, I'll take you to court. Why will you do this to me? I gave you money for you to give me the land. And now you deny the fact that I paid you. That's wickedness. And you kind of go to the court and report everything that happened. When the court hear your explanation, the court will be like, okay, where is your proof? And there's no proof. Where is the written down document to show that the both of you had an agreement concerning this that you want? And in that process, you'll be dumbfounded because there's no written down document. So, this in the law firm, it's not all about who is right. It cannot be. It's a legal study, but it does not deal with who is right. But it deals with someone that is able to produce an evidence, that is able to produce a fact, that is able to bring up a proof that actually this is what I want. If you're able to convince the judge that this is what happened, then consider yourself the winner of the case. So that's why this law of contract is very, very, very necessary. Very necessary. Because in a case whereby this law of contract is not applied, it can be chaos. It can lead to quarrel. The two will end up fighting themselves and nothing can be done about it. So that's why as a law student or as an individual, as a citizen, it's important you apply this law of contract. You pen down, you read every terms. If you're going into agreement with somebody, you should make sure that there's a document written where the person has to sign. So that if there's any default, you can be able to have a stamp. You would be able to have a stamp. But the situation whereby there is no written down evidence, there's no way you can be able to get a stamp. This is what we agreed. So, for example, now, in a trip, you book the trip, maybe going to Lagos, a land trip, air trip, water trip, whichever way, you book the trip. So, after booking that trip, you see that they will give you a receipt. So what does that receipt signifies? It signifies that the both of you had an agreement. That means there was an agreement between the both of you that you're going for this trip. So in some cases there can be a receipt that is written that there is no refund after payment. That's why it's very, very important before you sign anything or important. Read rules. Read what is written. Very, very important. So you don't end up doing something you regret.